Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Reflexes video, and today we'll be talking about Elena, the Starlight Elena, who just got intrinsic buffs. And the reason why we're not going to be doing a damage showcase here today is because everybody basically beat me to the punch and did everything that I wanted to do, so I don't want to feel like I'm copying them. So instead, we're just going to show off her build and talk about her a little bit, because remember back in the day when they actually called it her meta defining and then she absolutely was not? Well, it took a little while for them to do it, but now she actually is meta defining. She is one of the units that requires absolutely no setup in terms of needing to build mods or anything like that. She can just go right out of the gate, imbue her, buff her, give her killers. She's all good to go, because all you need to do is do Gemini Blade over and over and over again, because keep in mind that this also gets a small mod boost. Even back in the day, it was pretty decent, but so this basically stacks mods on top of itself. And on the burst turn, you can also do a supernova to do extra damage, because that also gets the 400 times mod boost. I wish that they gave more charges to the supernova, to be honest, because basically she doesn't absolutely need it, but it does help out a little bit more because it is quite strong, and it's also two different mods, so actually both of those are 400 times. So if you're watching this video and somehow you don't have this hidden power because it was given out for free, but it was only given out in the mailbox, they did say in the future, if you're watching this video like a year from now for some reason, they did say it will be available to be craftable of some kind eventually. So it gives her, like I said, 400 times mod buff, 80% attack and magic, and also 2,000 flat attack and magic on top of whatever she gets when you get her to EX3, which I recommend. Definitely recommend that. So she gets another 1,000 flat attack and magic. She also gets some demon and human killer. She gets some mod buffs, things like that. And also, I'm going to mention very quickly, just pretend that her Brave Shift form does not exist, because it still is lackluster. It's limited turns, and there is also nothing here that's really going to do any damage, because you're imbuing yourselves with these. And she does not have the Gemini Blade in her Brave Shift form. She's mostly a finisher in her Brave Shift form. It's just not necessary. Maybe if you can beat him and beat a boss one turn or something, I guess, but it's probably not going to happen. So just stick to her base form. It's a little harder to build her, and this is what we're going to be talking about as well. It's a bit hard to build her TDH for normal people. As you can see here, you're going to need a lot of equipment, and this is not the best build of all time. It's just the best that what I have, because I don't have the ring yet on this account. I still don't have the golden ring or yellow ring yet, so kind of stuck with what I've got here. I still have the yellow crown, yellow clothes. So I know most people have moved on to the ones that give more stats, but I'm not available to be there yet. I'm waiting for the Clash of Wills rewards before I can do anything like that. But as you can see here, she has 400% magic TDH and also MTDH. She also has 300% human. For some reason she doesn't have 300% human kill. I thought she did before. And you don't need LB damage. Also, Dazzling Demoness card is pretty much needed. Hopefully you pull for that. But there are ways around it. And also Azure Dawn is quite good, but there are also other options. You could also use her TMR. It's a little bit less stats, but it's still decent enough. There's also the Baroness TMR. It's also two-handed. It also gives some killers. That's also an option for you. I wouldn't recommend too much else, because if you start going down lower and lower, you could use this, but then you wouldn't give much access from the sword in peril that Fravia and also herself can do. So that's also, it's an option. Doesn't really work well with Esther, so really works well with herself and things like that. And so I think this is one of the best builds. The Kurosami tag could be anything, anything you'd like. The Florid Hairpin is quite nice because it gives 50% TDH and also magic TDH, but the stats are really low. So if you have something better than that, it's fine, but I don't think there's anything better than that in this slot, because these slots, this is basically required, so this is also a con. You need to have this at all times. So the amount of killers that you can put on her are a little restrictive, But there's more creative ways of getting killers than just saying, oh, I need killers, so, you know, right? So I could swap this out for, let's go swap in here and let's look for some human killer. And we have access to a few things here for human killer. So now we have 3% human. We only have 250% on the magic side, but this is more important, the physical side. And like I said, you don't need LB damage at all. If you're not using your LB anymore, it's not very strong anymore. Even if she got the, actually it would be pretty good actually. If the 400 times worked on her LB as well, she'd probably be a very strong LB damage dealer, but it does not work for her LB. It's only for abilities. And I'll prove it by going down here, and it says abilities, and you go here, listed LB, listed abilities. Surprisingly, there's a large amount actually. This is actually a lot nicer to look at than in the wiki. So some of these things are also changed, but honestly, these aren't going to do a lot of damage anyways. These are all one-hit abilities here, and I just don't think it's worth using a Brave Shift form at all. So I feel like this is the best build, and like I said, she needs almost no setup. She can use her Celestial Brilliance if you don't have anyone who can do a Sword in Peril, and also give killers. I mean, it's fine, but most times you're just gonna be spamming Gemini Blade over and over and over again. And sometimes you could swap over to the one of the Revitalizing Strike just to give her some MP back if you need some of that. But look how much MP she has. That's quite a lot. Anyways, that's really it. I don't really have much else to say. Like I said, if you have the crown, if you have the ruler's crown and you have the ruler's clothes, you'll have a lot more stats than what I have, but I don't have access to those right now. So hopefully you have this as well. This is quite good. It gives killers, so hopefully you're able to get that. But like I said, Baron's S-Teamer is also an option, but it's limited time, so I didn't want to use it in this video, but it is also an option. And keep in mind, she only has, oh, this is the last thing I want to talk about here, one of the last things. Is this it? No. Keep in mind, it's somewhere around here. This is only for dual wielding, so she has 400% cap when she's TDHing, so now you need 200%. So that's where this is. This is where the clothes come in play, and also this comes into play as well. So now she has 600% cap while TDHing. So with that in mind, hopefully you have all those things that I got here to build with. And if you have any requests for me to use Elena on, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm looking forward to doing something. But like I said, I wanted to do some other things, but then everybody else did them already, so it's like I'm not gonna copy them. I want to do something original on this channel. And stay tuned for the Chizuru build. I've got her all leveled up and everything, and now I'm going to be doing a build on her probably tomorrow. I don't want to do 2 build videos in one day, so probably tomorrow there'll be a Chizuru build video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. And if you're curious, this is the Hayu shirt. Really cool shirt. See you in the next video. Peace.